Luckily, the Purdue Pharma cannot sway them anymore because they're filed for bankruptcy. But the people are immune. I hated that they were granted immunity from future suits, and they're able to.
It's in appeal. So
it's in so that's currently,
because it's a super wonky story, as John Oliver said about it. He goes, when people want to do evil, you wrap it in something really boring so nobody can understand it. I love that
that's
quote.
Great. That's perfect. That's exactly.
But they, facing 3,000 plus lawsuits from cities and counties and tribes, Purdue files for bankruptcy, and they don't file in Connecticut where they're from. They file in White Plains, New York, because there's only one judge on bankruptcy there, and he is known to favor what's called a third-party non-consensual release, which would basically give the Sackler family owners, who are not bankrupt at all, protection or civil immunity against these cases in exchange for, they're going to give up the company. And it started at $3 billion settlement. It's now up to $6 billion, but it was appealed. And the first judge looking at it, Judge Colleen McMahon, said, "No way do the Sacklers get the right to not be sued. No way does somebody who lost their kid to OxyContin not have the right to sue the Sacklers because of some bankruptcy judge." I mean, she just called it like it was.
Right.
It's such an insular kind of bankruptcy boys court. So in the book, I decided to tell the story through these activists that are really trying to get the victims' voices heard. And one pro bono lawyer who's facing off against these Purdue lawyers that are making $1,790 an hour. They're just making bank on this case. And as Patrick Ryden Keefe has said, he wrote the great book about the Sacklers called Empire of Pain. He's like, it's like the emperor's new clothes. Nobody wants to call out what's actually happening. And so where I landed on this book, which, I had to finish some months before it came out, and I didn't know what was going to happen, whether the lawsuit would be settled or not, the bankruptcy. And of course it's not. Still, everything takes longer than you think. Is like just the overarching idea that given that this is the way our system works, what's to keep another millionaire that wants to be a billionaire from launching another life-threatening drug, getting approval from the FDA because they know somebody on the inside, and creating another epidemic, and then skirting away by paying a fine? And they're leaving with, let's say they're paying $6 billion. We know they made $13 billion. And we know a lot of that is with third generation relatives socked away in trusts and offshore accounts. We don't even know, the prosecutors don't even know how to get at that money. Yeah. They're so smart. They're like, one person said, they're playing chess while the rest of us are playing checkers.
Yeah.
Where's the idea that I'm not going to do this because I'll get in trouble? No, I'm going to still get to go away with my wealth. There needs to be, consequences.
There needs to be prosecutions, not just fines and indictments, right?